it's cut off some of the what I've been doing if I start too early. So I just watch over here to make sure it says we're online before.
Temperature's pretty low.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't even look at that at all. So we are live, but I'm just making sure it's actually recording, like I said. Okay, I think we're coming up. Yeah. Here we go. We are live, so let me get the setup for you, and you can take the controls. So,
all right.
Okay, so before we start, everybody, welcome to the stream. This is a Saturday Kerbal-thon where I thought I had nothing better to do than see if my gaming noob mom can figure out how to get a rocket into low Kerbal orbit. Now, as we get started here, a couple things that I wanted to explain. One, as I've grown up, she's watched me play games. But as with watching surgery on TV, watching something isn't the same as doing. She's seen Kerbal, she knows what it's about, but she's never actually touched it. And now that I have a bunch of mods installed and got it going on the computer, I figured I would see if I could, in under 2 hours, teach her enough to get a craft into a stable low Kerbal orbit. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and begin. So you want to click resume saved. I started a game for you.
Okay.
Yours is the learner's permit. So click on learner's permit.
Okay.
And click load.
Wait, where? Okay.
The big green, yep, it's going well so far.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, I know we are. So the idea here, during our load times, okay. This is the Kerbal Space Center, where if you want to hover your mouse over a few different things and read what they are, the space plane hangar is where you build airplanes. All of these are usually used for the career. We don't need to worry about that since we're just jumping into sandbox mode to see if you can do it. That's where the tracking station we might use if you're really, really good. I don't think you're going to need it. So what we want is the vehicle assembly building. You'll see that it has the tracks going out to the launch pad. That is where we build rockets. So if you want to click on that, that is where we are going to start building our rockets. So why don't you
Good luck on that.
tell me what you think we need to build the rocket really quick.
Well,
before you click on anything, what do we need?
Well, we need an engine.
Well,
we need
let me back up. The idea is that we are sending a Kerbal into orbit. So the first thing we need is something to put a Kerbal in. So you'll notice, take a look at these blue bars. No, not on the far right, the long middle blue bars.
Okay.
And hover your mouse over those slowly to see what all those are.
Okay.
So those are your different categories for parts.
Construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we are right now are in the pods. That's what we want to use. So I like to organize things at least for now by size. So you see where it says size up there on the parts list? Click on that.
Okay.
So now everything is from the top down, the smallest to the largest. Okay. So as you hover over something, you're going to see what it does. And it'll tell you a little bit about the parts. So I want you to pick a part that's designed to go into space. We don't want a spaceplane part. Pick a part that is an actual capsule that can hold a Kerbal.
Well, where do you see that?
Okay, so you see how that says business cockpit. That obviously looks like a plane, right?
Yeah.
Now go up to.
Okay.
You've seen that. That's the one from the stock game. That's
let's
stock.
use that.
You want to use that, or do you want to use? I mean, you can look around to see whichever one you want, but we need something for the Kerbals to actually sit in.
No, I like that one.
Okay, click on it.
Okay.
And you see how that throws it out into the map. Okay, so if you want to look on the bottom left of the screen where it says vessel, this is what we're going to have to pay attention to, where it says delta V, mass, TWR, which is thrust to weight ratio, and parts. As we start building, we're going to want to pay attention to those numbers. So what do you think we need next to get into space?
Well, we need the body.
The body, okay. Now let me ask you this. When we go up into space, do we want to bring the whole rocket back down with us or just the pod?
Well, he's got to get home.
Yes, but I'm saying, you've watched the space shuttle or Apollo launches. Do they come back with the whole thing?
Let's just use the pod.
Okay, so if we want to try and re-enter, which I'm not sure if we'll get to, we obviously don't want to burn up in the atmosphere, right?
No.
So you want to put a heat shield on. So heat shields, I believe in this one, are either under structure. No, let's see. I don't actually know what they used to be in aerodynamics. So keep going down. Yeah, try thermal. Okay. Yeah, that's thermal. So now you need to find a thermal heat shield that would fit on the bottom of that. It needs to be the same size as our cockpit. Do you remember the size of our cockpit?
No.
You see where it says 1.25 meters?
Yes.
So why don't you see if that one fits?
Okay, I'll click on that.
Now drag it over And okay, you see
wait.
pull it down. I want to show you something. You see those green balls?
Yes.
Those are connection points for all the parts. So you'll see that. Yeah, don't spin the
Okay,
part. That
okay.
spins the parts when you have it selected.
Okay.
Those green dots show you where things connect. So if you see green dots like that, that means you can connect a part to another part. So why don't you go ahead and do that?
Wait, it's not sticking.
Well, you have to click on it once it's in place. You see how it sort of magnetizes?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we want to just send this home, you said?
Yes.
Okay, now we need a way of separating that from whatever comes below it. So why don't you try and find something that can separate and see if you can see what it might be under.
Structural.
Maybe.
Yeah. Coupling.
Yes, try that. Now you need something that will fit around that. So why don't you take a look and see what you think you might need.
So let's see. Are we looking at? No.
It'll tell you what they do and the name of the parts. So take a little look at those and see what it says they do. So a stack decoupler and ejection force.
Well, that's all right, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
So now we need to find one that fits. Ideally, so that we don't have any, when you're launching a rocket, you don't, just like a car, you don't want something to be way too large or way too small because it's going to be aerodynamically unstable, right?
Right.
So you need to pick one that's the same 1.25 meter size.
So where do you see that?
If you don't know, just try clicking and dragging it over because you can
let's
just
try
as
this
easily, just click on that. Oh, click on that. That was the same one. You never deleted it. Press delete to delete a part when
Wait, where's
you've selected
delete?
it.
Where's delete?
On the keyboard.
Oh.
So select the part. You need to
Okay.
select the part
Okay.
and delete it. Press delete.
Okay. Where's delete on here?
It's
We
a
got
keyboard.
we got too many
You know what
buttons.
keyboards are.
Shut up.
That's the numpad. Just
up.
nope.
Just
Okay,
do it.
deletes are in. No, you have to. Okay, delete. You know a keyboard. I don't need to teach you
Shut
keyboarding.
up.
Okay, so pick one that's the proper size.
Okay.
You get hints if you want hints, but I would rather you try and figure it out on your
that
own.
looks pretty good.
It's. Oh, did you see the size? Look in the name. Go back down to it.
Okay.
It says 0.9375 meters. Remember what size ours is?
One something.
1.25, correct.
Okay,
So remember,
which-
this is organized by size
Yeah.
from smallest to largest. So if you go up, it's just getting smaller.
Okay. So then we need to scroll down.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see how big this one is. Where's the size?
Like I said, you can try dragging it if you want to see.
Okay.
No, just click on it. What I meant is click on it and then carry it over and see. But I can already tell you that looks a little bit large. So you clicked on it. Now go try you, and you unclicked on it.
Where'd the?
You zoomed down when you were scrolling. So you might want to go back up and look at our.
Okay.
That's the opposite of up.
Okay. There it is.
Okay, but you're
Wait,
not really
wait,
going to be able to put
wait.
much from this side.
Wait.
Look,
wait.
yeah, aim down.
Okay. Wait.
You might want to actually look at it.
Wait.
No, don't go out of the screen.
Okay. Wait.
That's the opposite of looking at it. I fear for Jeb's life.
This is not fun.
How is? Okay, use the mouse wheel to scroll up.
I'm trying.
No, mouse wheel. It's
Okay.
it's like using
Wait,
Word. Now
okay,
just
wait.
use the right click and aim at it.
Okay, wait, I
Right
will.
click. Scroll down. Yeah, no, scroll down a little bit so you can see the base. Scroll down. You want to be eye level with the place you're working at. So use the mouse wheel to zoom down a
got
bit.
it. Thank
Okay,
you. Okay.
I'm just going to tell you. Use that decoupler there.
Thank you.
The TR18A.
Okay. Phew. Holy cow.
So I found what's really weird with this, click on it again. There are two places that you can seat it. One of them, you see how it had that extra fairing that it built in?
Yes.
Nudge it up a tiny bit.
Oops. Too much.
No, it'll highlight in green what you're supposed to be clicking on. You don't want to be clicking on, no, that's the arrow. Oh boy, you're disassembling it. Okay, put it back, yeah.
Okay.
No, click on it. Remember, you put it on and then you
Okay.
click on it. Okay, when something's highlighted in green, that means it's that's what you're using. So click
Okay.
on the stack separator. Nope, that would be the heat shield again. It'll even tell you, nope, that's command pod. You see how it's in red and it's kind of stuck there floating?
Yeah. Okay. Where is it?
You see the big red disc.
Yes.
Click on it, or hover your mouse over to where it says its name. That's the command pod. Move a little left. You're not actually
Stack.
clicking.
Stack. There.
Okay, click on it.
Okay.
Just once. Why are you holding it? I said just click. You don't? Okay, now. This is. We need a lot more time. Okay.
There,
Yeah.
right,
Okay,
there.
but you see how there are two places? No, try pulling. Click on it again.
You really want to do that again?
Where we're gonna have to get used to this. No, you don't drag. This is
Okay.
this is not solitaire.
Okay.
Okay? You don't drag everything. So pull it off.
Okay. Okay.
The stack decoupler, right? Pull it off. No.
How?
Well, you should probably pay attention to what you're clicking on first. So what does it say you've
Stack
clicked on?
decoupler.
Click on it.
Okay. I did.
No, bump it up one notch. No, don't drag when you're doing. Okay, click on it.
Okay, I did.
Now drag it up. Do not click. Okay, there.
Okay.
Now click on it and place it. When you click, you place or unplace.
Okay.
You do not need to hold unless you're using the view. You see how that got rid of the extra fairing?
Mm-hmm.
It's just an aesthetic thing. I don't know why it does that, why it has 2 nodes. But that's how we do it. Okay, so
I
now...
thought this was going to be fun.
It will be when you get into space and you don't burn up. Okay, so what do we need next?
I don't know. I'm afraid to say.
Well, what do rockets usually have next?
The big body thing. And
Okay, we need some sort of fuel, right?
Fuel tanks.
Right.
Okay.
So I have a mod installed that you can change whatever fuel is in whatever fuel tank. But I want you to pick a fuel tank. We're going to go really basic. We're going to do a liquid fuel and an oxidizer. That's probably one of the most common fuel combinations that's used in real rockets. We're going to just keep it basic. So you need to pick a fuel tank that has a liquid fuel and an oxidizer, because most rocket engines that are throttleable use those two, and when they mix, that's where the combustion, the heat, the exhaust from that, when those two mix, that's where you get your heat and your energy for thrust. So you want to pick a liquid, one that does
here's a good one.
an oxidizer and a liquid hydrogen.
Well, here's a liquid.
No, because here's where your information for the fuel tank is, right? You see how it says it only carries liquid fuel.
Okay.
So you want something with liquid and an oxidizer. So use this arrow, the scrolling bar, to That's lithium. You don't want lithium. Remember, you want a liquid fuel and an oxidizer. That's argon. That's monopropellant. Monopropellant is used typically in the RCS thrusters to change direction when you're already in orbit. They're really low efficiency, but they're super low weight. So what does that say?
How am I supposed to know all this?
I'm explaining it to you. I see if I can teach you. Okay.
Here's a liquid and an oxidizer.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So do you want to drag that?
Okay.
Click on it to select it.
Okay.
You didn't click on it. No, don't drag. I told you, do not drag anything.
Well,
You
I wasn't, but it wasn't going anywhere.
Click once.
I did.
No, you didn't. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, now put it under. Okay.
Okay. And now click it again.
So now we can take a look at our information down below. Do you see where it says delta V?
Delta V, yeah, we have nothing.
So delta V is our velocity change. What delta V basically means is how much speed you have total. That's not the scientific term, but your delta V is how much speed, how much faster or slower you can go. So it says right now we have 0, right?
Yeah, we're not.
Why don't we have any?
Well, we don't have any fuel in there.
No, we have fuel in there, but where's the fuel going to go?
Well,
What do we do with the fuel?
burn it.
With what?
We need a burny thing.
Yes, we need an engine. Okay?
Right there. Right.
Down. Yeah, that's just below that.
Okay.
So now we need an engine that fits that, and we need one that burns a liquid and an oxidizer. And it will say on there what it burns.
Okay.
Like, what is that one? Right click on it. It'll give you more information. See how it says propellants, liquid fuel, and oxidizer.
So
before we go any farther, I want to explain what all this means really quick, okay?
Okay.
So let's take a look on the main box there. It says max thrust, ASL, and vacuum. That is the total power it's going to have. ASL means it's sea level. So as you go up in altitude, the pressure changes. And the pressure difference between the gas coming out of the nozzle and the atmosphere, that changes. So rockets can become more or less efficient the higher you go. Okay. So you need to see where the rocket engine is going on the craft, if it's going to be used only out of the atmosphere or only in the atmosphere, to decide if you want one, if you want, because you can go back to it. It was the Terrier. So you see that one only gives 14 kilonewtons or whatever I don't know what. I don't know what actual units they're using in the game. So it only gives 14 at sea level, but once you get into a vacuum, it gives 60. So this engine would be much better suited for higher in the atmosphere or actually out of the atmosphere. So if you want to get off the ground, you would want something that has a higher, that has more thrust. Or proportionally more thrust at sea level. Now the other thing to notice over here is, where does it say? Oh, ISP. So specific impulse. Do you know what that means? Okay. Specific impulse of an engine is go back to it. Specific can't talk. Specific impulse is basically a measure of efficiency.
Where is it?
ISP, engine ISP. You see over there on
Yes, got it.
the more detailed.
Uh-huh.
Specific impulse is basically a measurement of how efficiently you can use the fuel. So if you have a certain amount of fuel, the higher your ISP is, the more energy you're going to be able to extract from that. Okay. So you'll see that the efficiency, so it's a measure of efficiency. The efficiency of this engine is really, really good in a vacuum, right? Look at its 345, where compare that to at sea level. So what does that tell you about this this engine? Where do you want to use this?
Well, this one isn't going to get us off the ground very well.
No, but do you think that fuel tank right there is enough to get us completely from the ground and into orbit?
No.
Yeah, so
No.
do you... So you have a couple options here. Do you want to just make a huge single first stage, or do you want to break apart your ship as it gets higher to switch engines that are more tailored to that environment? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, let's
So
do it that way.
okay, so do you think that, granted this is the top stage, do you think this would be a good efficient engine for once we have gotten out of the
Yeah, I
atmosphere?
do.
Okay, now if you think so, throw it on.
Okay. Click on it.
I'm going to try and avoid... Left click on it once. No, you didn't.
I did. Look at, see, watch my finger.
There. Yeah, you clicked on it. So throw it on the bottom,
Okay.
because that's where engines go. Okay, now we have a lot of information that we can look at, which is really cool.
Okay.
Look at our delta V. What does that
So
say
we've
in the
got-
bottom
we
left?
we do have some delta V now.
Mm-hmm. So what is delta V again?
Something.
Do you remember what it is?
It's something up there.
Yep, that's going to get you into space. Delta V is your total velocity change. It's basically how fast or how much energy you can put out. It's your, in a sense, it's almost like your total fuel, but it's how fast you can go. So with, what does that say, 2,300 meters per second? That means from standstill in a vacuum, you could go 0 and to 2,000, basically 2,400 meters per second. You have that much total energy available.
Okay.
Obviously, that number will change depending on efficiency as you go through the atmosphere or whatever. That's not a hard and fast number because it changes, but that's a good basic number. To get out of Kerbal orbit, so to get in a stable orbit around Kerbal, you need between 3,500 and 4,200 meters per second total. So is this enough?
We're lacking.
Yes. So what do we do now? If that stage is set, what do we do now to get more?
Well, we should add one in between there, right?
Yeah, add another
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we separate them? Do you remember?
Click on it.
No. What is clicking on it going to do? How do we separate the stages? We've done it already.
Well, I thought I clicked on it and then pulled it down.
Why do you want to pull it down?
I don't know. Just tell me.
A decoupler, right?
Oh, yeah.
We need to, if we want to have a different stage, we need a way of decoupling it. So go back to our decoupler.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. I thought
And-
this was going to be fun.
Well, it will be when you start flying. Wait till you get into actually launching. So use the same one that we had because you can see we haven't changed part size, have we?
No. Is it that one?
No, it was that one up there, remember? The TR-18.
Okay.
Click on it, yeah.
Okay.
It's the same, no, remember you click, you don't drag, you just click
I
once.
did.
No, you didn't.
Watch my finger. Look, see? Clicking on
Yeah,
it.
that worked. See, when you actually click on it, it really works. Amazing how that happens, right? Now throw it on the bottom of the engine. You see the green node there?
Yeah.
Click on it. No. Yeah, click on it. See how it locked into place?
Oh, yeah.
Now use the mouse wheel to scroll down. We're going to add our second stage. The mouse wheel. The mouse wheel. The mouse
Yes,
wheel.
I'm getting it.
You know the thing that you use in Word?
I'm getting it.
Mouse wheel. Okay, now,
Yes.
yeah, aim up a little bit. So now we want a second stage. So we need more fuel because how many meters per second do we need to get into orbit? Do you remember? Stable orbit. Do you remember?
3,000 something?
3,800 to 4,200.
Okay.
That's accounting for inefficiencies in design. So we have 2,300 meters per second approximately right now. So we need
Yes.
more
More.
energy. So how do we get more energy? Where does
More-
energy come from?
More rockets, more fuel.
Fuel, exactly. So add another fuel tank, and let's keep it the same. We want to keep the same type of engines. We're not going to do anything complicated. So look
right.
for another liquid and oxidizer based. Yeah, see that says
Yeah.
liquid fuel and
Yeah.
oxidizer.
That's a
But
good one.
remember, this is organized by size, so that's a really small one. So you can either look for a larger one, or you can add several of those. But we need to get
Yeah, let's
at
go.
least 4,000 meters per second of total delta
Let's
V
put this one.
to be able to get into orbit.
This one won't work.
That's just a container.
That one won't.
Yeah, those are empty containers.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a really good one around here, so you're looking in the right area.
Okay.
That's just straight liquid hydrogen. That's just straight monopropellant.
Okay. There's one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good one?
The one I would suggest is down 2. That one right there. See, it's liquid fuel and oxidizer.
Okay.
You see?
Yes.
If you want to try that one, yeah. No, remember, you click on it once. Without... You move the mouse as you clicked. There you go. Okay, now throw it on the bottom of that stage. Okay. Click. You accidentally clicked on the transfer window planner. Click on that little colorful box. Yeah. Okay. You're going to need to change the view if you want to get it, because obviously you're just clicking on the mod. So zoom out.
Okay, wait.
You remember how to zoom out? No,
wait.
that's rotating the part.
Okay, wait.
Here, why don't we go like that? Because we can always get the part back. That's, yeah. Go down a little bit. And why don't you aim the camera a little bit so you can see more?
Okay.
And let's see. I'd turn it to the right so you have a little more room to play with. And look up. Look up.
Oops.
Apparently, mastering the camera is just as hard as spaceflight.
You expect me to learn everything at once? Okay, wait.
No, spin it to the right. Pivot just to the right a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. Now use the mouse wheel to scroll down a little bit more so you're looking straight on. Okay, now go back over to our that tank. And, it was that one right there that you picked. This one? Yeah, and see what happens to our delta V. Click on it once. Yeah, there you go. Now place it on there. Okay. You have it. Go drag it over. Remember, make sure the nodes click. You see how it locks into place like that? Now look at our delta V. What does it say?
Let's see. 2397.
We don't have an engine. That's why we can't tell. So if you throw an engine on, you'll be able to see what our delta V is after that. So throw an engine on.
Okay.
And ideally, we want one that's a little bit better suited to being in the atmosphere, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because this is going to be used from launch, and you want an engine that specifically has a better specific impulse and more thrust in the atmosphere. That's a jet engine. It breathes air. It can work with oxidizer, but it breathes air as well.
How about this one?
Yeah, look, see how the max thrust at sea level and vacuum?
Yeah.
That means that it's going to be really close. And look at its specific impulse, how similar it is.
Okay.
That means it would be a pretty decent engine for getting off the ground, or at least in the atmosphere. So go ahead and throw that on the bottom, and let's look and see what our numbers say. Now we have
Let me move this up a little now.
You mean down?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at our readout here, okay?
Okay.
So that shows our 2 stages, right? We have 2 different stages. We have the one up at the top and the one at the bottom.
S1, S3.
So do you see where it says TWR?
Yes.
That's thrust to weight ratio. If you have anything under 1, that means that you do not have more thrust than you have weight. You need to have at least 1 to be neutral. Anything over 1 means you will be able to lift off the ground.
Oh, okay.
So both stages have enough thrust to weight to get off the ground. However, keep in mind that that figure is maximum, right?
Okay.
So
so the max is 3.15?
Let's see. 3.15 and 2.89. So we have in both times enough to get off the ground, and it will only get more efficient, right?
Right.
And look at our delta V for both stages. Does that add up to enough to be able to get off the ground, or to get into orbit?
Well, we got 2397 and then 37, so
it's cutting it a little close, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what can we do to get more fuel?
well, we need a bigger engine, don't we?
No, because a bigger engine will just
Or use more fuel. So we
use
need,
more fuel.
So
So
we need a bigger fuel tank. Or
yeah,
another
so
fuel
take
tank.
that engine off. So click on the engine, and now drag it off to the side, and just left click, and leave it floating there. So let's grab another fuel tank, except we don't necessarily need... we can use the same... Do you want to use the same one again? Okay,
Yeah.
so here's a trick. Go over to your fuel tank.
Okay.
Now hold the Alt key on the keyboard,
Okay.
and click on it. See, okay, let go of Alt. You duplicated it. Now use the mouse wheel to scroll down.
Okay.
Sometimes the view is really weird with that, so
Right.
drag it off to the right. Yeah, and just click there. I don't know why. This is something I haven't figured out on the computer yet. It's just a view thing. So use the mouse wheel to scroll down just a little bit, and try through. Now you'll have the perspective. Yeah, click on it and lock it into place. You have to click. You'll be able to click on it. Yeah, there you go. You hear that? Oh wait, I have the headphones on. You can't hear it. I have the headphones. Okay, now try throwing our engine on the bottom, and let's see what happens to the numbers. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Now we have 4,400 meters per second of delta V,
Wow.
which, how much do we need to get into low Kerbal orbit?
38, 39.
To 4,000,
Yeah.
yeah. So that should be enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so rockets work better when they have, wings, just like planes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The idea is that if a rocket with if a rocket's going up with no fins and it gets any sort of sideways pressure from the air, as it's going up, the air will push it, and there's nothing to keep it from flipping.
Right.
The fins are almost like tracks, train tracks that sort of keep it in place. So as the pressures change, if it's wobbling, they force it back into place. So we should probably put some fins on there that are going to keep it stable. So look for where the fins would be. It would be under aerodynamics, and I will let you try and pick fins that you think would work. So remember, it's organized by size with the smallest at the top.
Okay. So this is fairly big, so we need a...
So yeah, it's a decent size. Yeah, so you want something large enough. And keep in mind there are two ways you can go with this. You can have static fins that are just there to be fins, or you can do ones that have control surfaces, which means you actually have a little bit of control over the craft to, pitch, yaw, and roll.
Well, that would be better.
Yeah, so if you want to do that...
How do you pick those?
Well, you see some of these, how they have little flaps on them? That means they have control surfaces. Control surfaces are what give you the ability to yaw, pitch, and roll.
Okay. Well,
So, do you like the way those look?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, click on them.
This is a good one.
No, that doesn't have any control
Oh, it doesn't.
surfaces.
I
You
see
see that?
that. Okay, this
Yeah,
one
I like
does.
that one a lot. So
Okay.
take that. Yeah, you've got it. Now, where do you think the fins need to go on the craft?
Well, I would think right there.
Right there?
Right there.
Do you want to try it and see what happens?
No.
No, I mean, if you want to try it and see what happens,
Let's see. It's got to go down on the bottom.
down on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, I don't know why the view does this. I'm going to just zoom out for you really quick.
Okay.
Oops. I haven't figured this out. Like I said, I'm too new. Scroll down.
Okay.
I'm just going to have you put it on the bottom. I haven't figured out how to scroll down with the view while we're actually playing. So go pick the same parts.
Okay.
And now, how many do you want? So,
two.
okay, here's the idea, is that the more you have, the more stable it's going to be, right? If they're channels or rails for the air to go through, just think of it basically like that. The more rails you have, the more locked into place it's going to be as it's going through the atmosphere, right?
Right.
But the problem with that is that you are then...
What?
That was a much more literal stream title than you expected. Well, yes,
What?
Yes, I'm literally teaching a newbie, and it's been half an hour, and we're going to see if we can do that. And so far, we're getting close. So we're going literal today. So anyway, back to the what I was saying is when you have a lot of fins, it's almost like clamping it in place as it's going through. The air becomes thick, and it's passing through the fins, and it's forcing it into place. But each fin adds weight and drag, so you need to balance that.
Well, and how about two?
Two. Have you? Okay, try two. Let me show you how to. Okay, next lesson. You see down here this little tiny dot in that octagon.
Yes.
That's your symmetry for when you're using a part if you want to put a lot of them. Okay, so I'll show you. Get off that so you can place it.
Okay.
I think it's the X key. Switches your symmetries. So you see now you have that will put two across from each
So
other.
click on this.
No, I already clicked on
Oh,
it
you
for
already
you.
did.
So yeah,
Okay.
so now put it on your rocket and watch what happens. You see how it shows there are two of them? Here, spin it around. Yeah, spin around the view a little bit and you'll see what I mean. Remember how to use the WASD keys. See how there are two now?
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you wanted to try and see if it goes now?
Wait. Let me look at this.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna teach you, but I want to. There's not. You don't. Okay,
about-
only strut it when Jeb's really going crazy. You don't need struts on this.
Okay.
Struts are advanced level. You just need to get into orbit. You want to give that one a go?
Let me think. Let me look. So we've got the
Our delta V
fuel.
looks good,
We've got
right?
the fuel.
And we looked, and our thrust to weight is over 1 for both stages, right?
Delta V is okay. It's 44, so we're good there.
Yeah.
We've got the little jet pod.
The Jeb pod, yes.
And we've got
P.S. Here, I'm going to do this for you. I'm not going to let you kill Jeb right off, so we're going to change the crew. If anyone, we need to actually hire a bunch of junk Kerbals. Okay, we're going to go hire people and not tell them that their lives are going to end in death. So don't tell these Kerbals that
they're gonna die.
Yeah. So who are we willing to sacrifice to the explosion gods?
How about Dudley.
There's a Dudley? Where's Dudley?
Dudley, right
Oh,
there.
that is awesome. There is a Dudley. I've never
There
seen a
is.
Dudley. Okay. Dudley is the guy that's going to test, because we're not going to kill Jeb right off, so
No, we
I don't
love
want to kill
Jeb.
Jeb yet.
Poor Dudley.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
my victim.
Dudley's
Okay.
doesn't know what's coming. So does it look good?
Well, it looks good, but I'm just not sure about the bottom. It just,
Well, there's only one way to find out, right?
yeah, let's go.
Okay, so now we need to focus on what's called staging.
Okay.
Remember, how many stages do you have in this rocket?
3,
No, you
1, well, 2.
two, right. You have
two.
the upper stage and the lower
Yeah,
stage.
2.
So do you see over in the bottom right-hand corner those orange bars that show little
Yes.
pictures of rockets and bars?
Yes.
Those are your different stages. When you're flying, the Expendables team, I know, right? Except I almost feel bad sending Dudley to his death, because that's actually a really fun name. Most of them, I've had some really, really terrible names, and Dudley's actually
I know,
a good,
huh?
kind of a good name, yes. Yeah, that's what the suit-wearing ones are.
There was
We
a
don't.
Steve. We could send Steve.
Steve. No, oh, trust me, we'll get to Steve. Don't worry. Yeah, Steve's coming next.
Okay.
Dudley. Dudley's the first on the list. But yeah, I can imagine that what those extras are is like a college job fair. They've got like the Kerbal Space Center
Oh, no.
job fair, you know.
Oh, no.
Come try space, and they've got the kids
Oh,
signing up.
no.
That's who those extras are.
Oh.
Those are the job fair
I'm
kids.
sorry, Dudley. I didn't mean it.
So when you're, I'll help you with staging when we're actually going, but the space bar switches your staging. So what you want to do is make sure your engines and your separations happen as they're supposed to. So when you hover over a little icon down there, and by the way, Simus, I don't know, sorry, I'm going to totally butcher your name. I've got the mic set up on sort of a different setting than I usually use. So if it's too loud or too quiet, go ahead and let me know. I haven't actually tried a two-person stream before. This is the first experience. So if there's any issues with the audio, go ahead and let me know, and I'll go ahead and change those. So just let me know if there's any issues, as we're leaning in and out.
Hey, look at all these little guys down here. We could
God.
send them up.
No, they're actually useful. They get paid
We
salary.
could send them.
They're salary.
Oh,
They're not hourly.
all right. Okay.
So click on or just hover over the little icon. Okay.
Which one?
The little jet. You see how?
This?
No, the jet icon. You see how it?
Which
I
one?
said the tiny little icon in your staging.
I can't even see it. Oh, okay.
You said you could. You said you could see this.
That's really tiny.
Okay, but you see how it highlights your engine in green?
Yes.
That's everything in that stage. Now,
Okay.
bump it up one.
Put up. Got it.
That means that stack separator is what happens next in the sequence. That's what
Okay.
we want, right?
Okay. Yep.
What comes above that? Let's make sure and see what happens.
That.
That would be your engine. So remember, that's where our next engine is. And what's
Okay.
after that?
Jeb.
No, Dudley.
Dudley.
That's career fair
Dudley.
Dudley. So does everything look like it's in
Yeah,
order?
looks like it is.
Okay, so the green button up on the top right
Uh-huh.
is our launch button. Let's go ahead and launch it.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm excited.
I don't know if
My
Dudley's
first-
ready.
My first rocket. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. This is like going to school.
Okay, so I'm not going to explain a lot of the deeper things. I'm just going to try and get you up there. You have what's called stability assist. It's the computers keeping the craft. Oh, look at it already wobble. This is.
Give me a stethoscope.
Let's see what Dudley's
I'm better
Dudley's
with the
doing.
stethoscope.
Dudley's blissfully unaware. They never told. Okay.
Um,
So let me.
well, how can you? Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't put anything
I
to.
know. That's why I was thinking that. That's why it looks funny because you can't.
Because it's just
balance
wobbling.
It on the,
Well, you kind of are balancing it, and as
Okay.
long as you don't bump it, it's going to be
All
fine.
right, okay.
So you have what's called stability assist. That's the computer, just like in a real rocket, or imagine traction control in a car. That's the computer that's going to try and keep the craft level as it goes. Otherwise,
Okay.
without a computer, it's just going to kind of, be tossed back and forth. So we want to turn that on, and that would be press the letter T, I believe, on the keyboard. I think that's what. Yeah, so you see how
Okay.
SAS? That's the stability assist. You always want to have that on when you launch.
Okay.
This is your nav ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
This gives
Oh.
you the full, complete, total view of.
Throttle, G-force.
Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. Your altimeter is up here.
Okay.
That's your vertical speed in, I think, meters per second. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. And this is how dense you are in the atmosphere.
Okay.
So this is what you're going to want to do. To get into an orbit, you don't just want to go straight up. If you went straight up, you have a ball anywhere. I'm going to use Poochie as the planet, okay? So if you went straight up, what would happen? Once you used all your fuel, if you're going straight up, what would happen?
You just come back down.
You'd come back down, okay? So you need to circularize your orbit, because once you go up, you want to go to the side,
and
right?
why is that?
An orbit is basically falling back to the Earth at the same speed that you're going forward. That's super simplified, so that as you're falling down, you're also going this way. The net result is matching and going around in a circle.
So you're going to go into the orbit then?
Yeah, so you're falling and going at the same speed. Okay, that's super simplified, but you're falling to the Earth.
How do you get out of the orbit then?
We'll worry about that later. We want to get you into... You haven't even gotten into orbit.
Well, I want to get out of orbit.
Well, you're already out of orbit. You're just sitting there. So what you want to do is as you start going up, you want to start tilting your craft to follow the curve of Kerbin, right?
Right.
There are a lot of different sort of ascent profiles, which, the graph of how you're going to go up. There are a lot of different ascent profiles that people will say are good or bad. I'm just going to give you a super simple one to follow.
Okay.
Once you're at 10,000 meters...
Yes.
No, this is her very, very first launch. I actually started playing Kerbal on the PS4 last year, and I played that more than any game on the system at all. I mean, even more than Dark Souls, which is my favorite series right now. I played Kerbal more than anything, but she has never touched it. Literally first time touching it. So this, her absolute first launch.
I don't know the
controls. And the controls. I just started on. I bought this on the computer a week ago, I think. So playing on a PC is actually fairly new for me. I'm used to using the PS4 controller to control, so I actually find that a little bit easier. So this is it's still early for me on the keyboard. This is her first time touching it ever. So yeah, that's why we're a little worried. Let me show you the... Okay, just like the view, you use your WASD keys. Okay? The A and D are going to be your left and right.
Okay.
And the W and S are the forward and back.
Okay.
So
we're going to want to go left.
Yeah, we want to, when we take off, we want to go the same way the planet is rotating.
Okay.
And that would be putting on us an equatorial orbit because the Space Center is located on Kerbin's equator.
Okay.
So we want to be going the 90 degree, that's east. So we want to be going east. Right. So you'll see that line right there, the 45 degree.
Yes.
So look, 45 degrees, right? We want to be at 45 degrees by the time we hit 10,000 meters.
There's a 45. Okay.
You see
right there,
that big, big
so
circle.
It has to turn. Okay.
Yeah. So watch your altitude.
So when it hits 10,000.
No, you want to start tilting slowly so it's progressive.
So it's not all of a sudden.
Exactly.
Get to 10,000 and then.
Perfect.
Throw
it
over.
And since we only have one engine, we probably want to go full throttle. So hit Z.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. No, this is just going full throttle. You haven't actually launched. You're just setting the throttle.
Okay.
So the shift and control are your throttle up and down. Watch how it changes subtly. See that?
Yeah. That's a lot to remember.
Yeah. It's like it's rocket science or something, right? And all Dudley has to do is just sit there and not die. We'll see if that happens. Not going to happen. So that's your fine controls. If you need to max it out, Z and X are full and... See, watch. Cut, full, cut, full.
And then shift and control
are fine controls, yeah.
So we want to go at full thrust.
Yeah, you want to go full thrust.
But then we want to back off a little because we're going
Well, okay. Let's get even more complicated, shall we? Mach 1 up here, it shows Mach 1. When you pass through Mach 1, that is what's called your max Q or your max dynamic pressure. As you go through the sound barrier, that's when there is the most force on your craft. And that means you're the least efficient. So what I like to do is go slower, get up a little bit in the atmosphere. You see the bar there?
Yes.
Go up a little bit at a moderate rate to get to the thinner atmosphere, and then I go a little bit harder in the throttle. That way you're not fighting the pressure as hard.
Okay, but we're at max throttle, so you got to cut back once we get going, once we start.
Yeah, but why don't you sort of just get a feel for it? When you're ready, get your fingers on the control keys.
Okay, but this is a fine tune. I want those too.
No, you need to control the craft. Don't worry about the throttle.
Okay, left and right. We want to go right.
When you're ready to launch, press space. You don't need the
space
bar. I don't mean the big floaty.
Okay. Where's space?
Yeah, go reach up and touch space. No, that's what you're trying to do.
Okay, here we go.
Press the space bar.
Okay, let's do it. No, enough talking. Let's launch.
We did launch.
Okay, now we're going to kind of turn right a little. We want to go right.
So what's happening?
Well,
how fast are you going?
Not very fast. Let's see. Wait. No, make it go faster.
I'd watch which way you're pointing. You're pressing. No, you're pressing everything on the computer wrong. Okay,
go back. No, fix it.
Well, there goes Dudley. Back to the college fair. Okay, good. So what happened? What went wrong?
Everything. I don't know.
Might I make an observation?
Please.
The fastest you got going was 100 meters per second.
But it was full throttle.
Yeah. So what's the problem? If you're not going fast enough, even at full throttle, what's the problem?
There's not enough engine, not enough fuel.
There's not enough thrust.
Yeah.
So we need to go pick a new engine, don't we?
Yeah.
So go drag your mouse up by the altimeter there.
Yeah.
Up higher. It should be. Let me see. I thought if you hovered over it. Oh, okay. Space Center. Yeah.
That was bad.
We're playing a no resurrect.
That was bad.
A no resurrect round. So we're not going to just revert. Dudley's gone. So we're not playing that way. So let's go back into the vehicle assembly building. Okay.
Do we have to do that again?
Yeah, but you ideally would fix the problem so you don't kill someone again.
Goodness.
So go down to your engine. That was the weak link, right?
Yes, it was.
Other than you're flying. So scroll down. That engine did not give you enough total thrust, correct?
Correct.
So what can we do?
Well, we need...
Okay, I'll give you two options, and you can tell me which you would prefer. We can get a larger engine there.
Yeah.
Or we can add extra boosters on the side for...
Let's do boosters.
Go big or go home, I guess. Okay. So we're going to do solid rocket boosters. So we need a way of attaching those to the ship.
So what happens to the wings, though?
Why don't we delete those? Just click on them and I'll delete them for you. We'll replace them once we add our boosters.
All right.
So we need to add some solid rocket boosters since that's what you want to do. But first, just like separating our stages, we need a way of attaching them to the ship. So go back to our coupling.
Okay.
Our coupling menu, remember? Yep, then we need to pick, you said there was a Steve? There was a Steve? Yeah, Steve's going up next.
Yes. So we need to separate the engine?
Yeah, so you want these, I'm just going to, show you. You want the side decouplers. The hydraulic,
that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, click on that.
Now put it up wherever you want to place your solid rocket boosters. And you want two of them, so make sure you have your symmetries on double.
Oh, okay, let's go down here. Whoops. Wait, let me click that right there. Keep it there.
Mm-hmm.
Click that on right there.
Perfect. Okay,
now
good.
Let me get a view here. Where
nice. See, you're learning.
Where I want to put these.
All it took was Dudley's death to help you learn.
Well, I'm going to...
No, you remember, you click, you don't drag.
Okay.
It's only the view that you drag.
Okay. I'm going to stick these here.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Now go to the rocket or the engines.
Okay.
They're in the engine tab. Down, right?
Right there. All right.
Yeah.
So how do you know what engines go?
Okay,
with
when you
these?
click back on size. We want to sort by size again, so we don't mess up. Okay. It doesn't matter. You just want to pick solid rocket engines. You kind of like the space shuttles, the white boosters, right?
Yeah.
So just pick something that looks more or less.
What is that? Is that?
That's an electric engine.
Oh.
So look for something that looks sort of like the space shuttle rocket.
What's that?
That's a really small solid rocket booster, but it is a rocket booster.
We need a bigger one.
I think we're going really, really big.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah, that's a rocket.
That's what we're doing then.
Click, okay.
Okay, here we go. Whoa.
Now, what you want to do is drag it and center it on that attachment thing. You see how it's pivoting around it?
Yeah.
Try and get it so that it's lined up straight.
How do you know?
So click on. Oh no,
Oops.
you need to straighten it. Okay,
touching.
right there. Left one notch, right one, I think. Click. Okay, now spin the view around to see if it looks like it's straight. You'll be able to, once you pivot around, use the keys. You'll be able to see if it's on there straight. But I don't think there are any. Yeah, I think that's straight. I guess.
Those are big suckers, but
that's what you pick.
But I like them. I want go big or go home.
Okay, so when we are going through the atmosphere, aerodynamics count, right?
Where's our delta?
Our delta V. We've got. I'm going to tell you right now.
Wow.
We've got plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of power in there to kill.
All right.
What's his face?
So
scroll. Use the mouse wheel to scroll up a little bit.
Okay.
Do you think that flat surface is going to be very aerodynamic?
No, we need to put tippies on it.
Okay. Yes, there are tippies, as you call them. So they are under aerodynamics tab.
Okay.
We want tippies that fit it.
Okay, tippies.
Yes, that's the official astronaut term is tippies.
Tippies. Wait,
so just a nose cone
that's
a tiny one.
Okay.
Remember, we're sorting by size, so you want to look for something a little bit larger.
Okay. Here.
I actually don't know what size those are. I don't know how many meters. So you can try it. Remember, you just click and hover over it.
Too big.
Too big.
Okay, so I better go back up.
Yeah.
And
Pick something a little bit. That was awfully. I think you went up too far. That's an air intake for a jet. Just press delete when you're hovering over. If you have something like that, press delete and it will get rid of it.
All right.
Remember where delete is? The keyboard?
Wait, no.
You were just...
Quit yelling. Stop it.
It's a delete key.
Stop it.
You've used a
Yeah,
keyboard.
but yours is so different.
No, it's set up just the same.
It's flashing and stuff.
Standard keyboard layout. Just want to point that out.
It's flashing.
Standard keyboard layout. Delete. I'll do it for you. Okay.
When I was over there, you yelled at me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Yeah, you want a nose cone, not an air intake. So hover over one of these, and it'll show you that. See, that's a nose cone, but I don't think that's big enough. It'll say air intake if it is an air intake.
Okay, well, we need to go down then.
Yeah. So remember, drag the bar. Yeah. I honestly don't know what size would fit that, but I do have a cheat if we can't find one. Okay, so I have a cheat for this.
Okay,
It's just a mod. No, go put the one that you had on it.
Well, now I can't find it. Wait.
That big one?
Yeah.
Okay, this should work. So put it on. Remember, see how it clicked?
See it's
Now,
on?
yeah, I click on it. Now right-click on it. See the scale
Scale?
arrow? Yeah, click the left button. No, the left button.
Oh, perfect.
That's ugly, but I
That's
think
got tippy things.
we'll just say that's good enough. Okay.
Tippy things.
So now,
How do I get rid of this?
no, just go to the right and right-click. Yeah. Now we need our fins again, right?
Yes.
So go back to your in aerodynamics. So go back and select our same fins that we had.
Let me go out just a little bit.
Remember, are you going to put them in the same place?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see. I think they were up a little. No, you're in the right selection. It just
Okay.
scroll up. Remember which ones you had? Yeah.
Here it is.
Perfect. Now, how many of these do we want?
2.
2?
Well, these are awfully big though, so maybe. But will we have room for more?
Yeah, because if you put them on the actual rocket body, yeah, there's plenty of room. Let me show you. Don't. You just put 3 on. Spin around to the other side. You just put 3 on. Let's see if that actually works. I think that should work. Are they clipping a little bit? Yeah, they're clipping just a little bit. So.
Come back. Whoa, wait, come back. Fix it.
Let's see. We've been doing this for 46 minutes, so you have about 45 more minutes to get into orbit. No, don't
No.
don't stop. So click on them. You see how they're clipping in there. Yeah. Okay. Take it back to the. If you're doing 3 times symmetry.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're back to 2. You want 2?
No, let's do 3 because I think we need 3.
Okay. Now click on it again. I'll set the symmetry.
Okay.
Hold it on the actual. You should probably spin around so that you're.
Okay.
No.
Well, wait.
You can hold down the left mouse button and drag toward the.
Wait.
Let's see. So he says you can hold the left mouse button down
Yeah.
and click. I think it's a right click. Try it to so you can spin things. So let me just save you this hassle. This is not cheating because this is just a camera issue.
Okay.
I think we're going to need to do 4 times symmetry, just so it'll fit.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how that fits?
Yeah,
Let me
because
just.
3 wouldn't work. I would have done 4.
Yeah, I think it's the right click is how we're doing that. But thanks for the help. Yeah, I think we're just going to say 4 symmetry because that works. That's what you're trying to do, and we're not going to sit here and watch you mess around with a camera. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we need to work on now?
We need stuff to hold that together because it's going to flop around.
Okay, do you want to put some struts?
Yes.
They're in
Because
structural.
I can see that's going to flop.
Jeb loves struts.
Really, really bad. Where's
Structural.
struts? Oh, structural. Because
Yeah, thanks for the help. We appreciate it. So, do you remember what the struts look like? They're the little strut connector
Yes.
right there.
okay. So we need to.
We want 2 times symmetry, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you look down here, it automatically switched to 2 times symmetry. So we're good. Nope.
Wait. How do you go back?
So
Okay.
in your mind, look at that. It's perfect. Means touch it and mess with it, right? Glad I'm not at your hospital sometimes. So you want to. Those attachment manifolds, the decouplers are really strong. So you want to put the strut somewhere that it's going to need it. So I would go more towards the top of the rocket.
Okay.
And I would actually start on the booster. What are you doing?
Well, I wasn't going.
Okay.
Okay. So here, yeah, I mean, you got to attach this to this.
Oh, okay, cool. He says you can right-click on the symmetry selector to decrease it. So I know when you left-click it, it increases it.
Oh.
Right-click. And now right-click
cool.
it.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I knew how to do that on the PS4, but like I said, I'm so new at the PC that honestly, I'm still learning the controls. That's really good to know. Thanks.
All right. So
Yeah, we appreciate that
I
one.
need to do this to that, right?
If this to that means struts to the base, yes. So
Strut-
go back, click back.
Struts to the from the booster to the.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Because it's going to be flopping all
Yeah.
over.
So it's 2x symmetry. So what's happening here? Don't touch things. This is not an excuse to
I'm going
touch.
to touch it.
So on the opposite side,
Yeah.
it's mirrored. So look, see how my fingers are?
Uh-huh.
You can see this one.
Uh-huh.
It's like this. So when you click on this one and drag it here, this one goes like this.
Okay,
so it's
cool.
mirrored. So
Cool.
where you drag that,
It's going to happen on the other side.
yeah, it's going to happen on the other side. So you don't need to worry about doing the second one. So click it to place it. Click to place the first bit.
All right. Oops.
Just click. No, don't drag. Just
Oh.
okay. Now click again, and they're attached.
Cool.
Okay, good. We have struts. Now what?
Do I have to do down below it all, or is that
No,
enough?
no, because
Is
like I said,
enough?
that decoupler attaches it.
Yeah.
That's a strong attachment, so it shouldn't wobble at all. Yeah.
Attachment.
Okay.
Um,
What next?
Well, do we need something for it to sit on to not fall over when it's out there?
Sure, if you want. That's still in structural. That is at the very bottom of the list. You're under structural still. You're still in structural.
Oh, I know. I thought
Yeah.
I thought you said what?
Said struts are nicknamed space tape. They fix everything. Yeah, they do. Good old space tape. No, you're in the structural selection. I'm saying scroll all the way down in the selection.
it,
You're
okay.
in it already.
Got it.
It's the big red thing. You saw those on the PS4. Keep going. I think they're at the very, very bottom. I know there are some new ones. Oh, wait. Maybe they're not in this. Yeah, actually, I want to make sure. Oh, there they are up there. Yeah, it's because I have all these
This?
mods. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The stability
Oh,
enhancer.
got it. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
And where do I attach that?
Do it on the outside of the boosters because if you have it too close to the fins, yeah, it's okay if they're not completely symmetrical.
Okay,
Perfect.
cool.
If you have it too close to the fins, what happens is as your fins go up, it goes
Oh,
and it
okay.
smacks and it blows up your
Okay.
fins, and then you do the death spiral. Oh, we need to check out our.
I'm liking the look of this.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, not bad. Let's check
Yeah.
our college recruitment fair. Who's in
Okay.
it? No Jeb.
Wait.
Where did? I thought you said there was a. Yeah, Steve.
There was
Steve is
I
going
want
up.
Steve. Steve is going to be successful.
Yeah. Okay. Steve's
Go,
gonna do
Steve.
it. So what do we need to check now before we've gone over this lesson?
Let's check all of our stages.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes,
Right?
I even
Okay.
still have issues with staging. That's actually really good to remember it. So
Okay, there.
you want the engines to fire at the same time
Okay.
as the decoupler
Okay.
detaches. So you need to drag. I'll show you how to do it. So hover over the item that is your rocket boosters. You see how that shows?
Right.
Click and hold that and drag it down to the lower one. And watch what happens. And let go. Now those are all on the same stage. So when you press spacebar, the boosters are going to light as those
Oh,
detach.
cool.
Now, but you also want to ignite your main engine. So find that. Nope, that's a
no,
decoupler. Right.
Okay. You
Perfect.
scroll that down
Click on it.
and bring it down.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, now actually, let's save your craft really quick. So you see where it says Untitled Spacecraft?
Wait. No.
Oh, sorry, up at the top in the
Oh,
middle.
Got it.
Click on it,
Okay.
and I'm going to rename it for you.
Okay. Name it something good.
Oh, sorry. I was go click on it
Wait.
again. I was off. I pressed the wrong key.
Okay. I think we're about ready to go.
Now click the gray save button next to the launch button. Okay, now click launch. No,
Oh,
the green.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Go to
have-
the launch pad.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
that
we
takes.
have to go out there.
That's what I meant. Go click
Okay.
launch. Literally the launch
Okay.
button.
All right. Oh,
Let's
now
see if
this
your
is-
space
now
tape
this
works.
is the bad part, though. Wait. Okay, so tell me again. So
Press T to turn your stability on.
T. Okay.
What are we doing?
It's already going. It's that good. Hey, wait! Look at the nose, the tippy thing. Oh, Paul! I didn't even touch. I really didn't touch anything.
What's happening? How did you do that?
I really didn't touch anything. Hey, it's still still.
So, okay.
Oh.
Now, do we count that? Oh, wait.
I didn't touch.
Steve
it.
didn't die.
And it's still standing, but the tippy things came off.
The tip.
The tippy things. Where did they go?
I don't know what would. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a not quite success. He did survive though. He fared better than
Wow. Okay.
the. Oh,
Seriously, what happened? Because I
I
didn't
don't know.
touch anything.
It might have been because we messed with.
But I noticed when it went out there, this thing was sideways.
What was?
The tippy thing wasn't sitting.
Yeah, I'm going to delete those. That might have been the issue. I'm just going to hurry and throw some others on there.
Okay.
Yeah, Gremlins. I guess those modded boosters aren't compatible. Yeah, it might.
That was a good explosion.
Yeah, he has a good point. Let's see. I'm going to change the tips. These boosters might not be compatible with that part. If this doesn't fix it, I will do it because it doesn't count against you.
Okay.
I will.
Because I like my boosters.
You know what? I think I am going to change those up just really quick because they don't fit other parts, and it might be that those are glitched. Yeah.
All right.
I think he's right. That.
Okay.
So this is still technically what you did. I'm going to pick the closest approximation to what you picked.
All right. I'll go along with that.
So
That
do we all
okay.
vote? That looks more or less right?
Yes, that looks fine. I'll go with that. It's not as big, but okay.
And we're actually going to
What's
get a
the-
smaller decoupler.
Let's see what the delta is when you put them on.
Let's see where. So we want 2 times symmetry, right?
Right.
I think I deleted the booster. Let's see. X also increases the symmetry. Yeah, we figured out X. It was the right clicking that I didn't know before. So yeah, thanks for letting us know. You want those two?
Yes.
Let's get the view just
Yes.
right. Yeah, those are on. Oh, and let me hurry and throw your space tape on for you.
And we haven't even launched.
Nope.
Wow.
Since you technically... What the...
All of this and we haven't even launched.
Okay, I'm going to reset your staging just because this doesn't count against you. It was just a glitch in the part.
Okay.
Kerbal's pretty... Yes, Kerbal is always fun because things like that happen. I think I'm going to go back on my own and play around with those. Yes, education and explosions. You can't get better than that, right? The clan. Yeah, that was actually good. I'm glad that we recorded that. That was brilliant. And I like how I downloaded the explosion and flame mod, so it looks a little bit better than normal too.
It was awesome.
I'm gonna just throw them down here.
Look at all the spare guys we have down there.
The spare guys. I told you we're not picking the salary ones.
But there's lots of spares.
Spare. You call them spares, do you? Okay. Yes, educational. In that we learned that my mother does not care about spare Kerbals. Wait, did we not click launch? Launchpad out of service. Oh.
Oh no! Did we blow it up?
Yeah, we blew it up.
Oh no!
Let me fix the launchpad.
Oh, no.
I was like, why isn't it loading?
Uh-oh.
Repair.
Oh, you really do have to repair.
No, you actually did have to repair
Holy
it.
cows! I'm sorry.
Well, again, Steve didn't die.
Take it out of my salary.
Yeah. Okay. Now we can launch.
All right. So T for taking it out there.
Need to send mechanic. Yeah. And let's make sure to keep the mechanics just waiting there because I have a feeling that's going to happen again. So T to turn on your stability.
Okay.
Now, can I give you a word of advice?
That's all I did last time, and it blew up.
Yeah,
So don't blow it up.
Hey. Yeah, you were right. I think that it was those modded boosters. I'll play around with those on my own later, but I think that was the issue, is that they were glitching out. So
Okay.
these look a little more sensible too, we'll say.
All right.
Let me give you a word of advice. You have solid rocket boosters.
Right.
If you get going above about 1,200 meters per second, when you're below 30,000 meters, so 30 kilometers in the atmosphere, if you get going that fast, there's so much friction because the atmosphere is so dense that you start to overheat. And not only does that slow you and make you way, way more inefficient, it can make your whole thing burst into fiery flames.
I don't know what you just said, but just tell me what to do.
Keep your throttle. The boosters, once you light those candles, those don't turn off until they're empty, right?
Right.
But your rocket engine, you can control. So I would start with probably half thrust to see how fast you're accelerating.
Okay.
And you can adjust it as necessary until the boosters are out. Once the boosters are out, you need to go full throttle. So do you remember what the controls are for it?
So this one is tweaking it a
Fine.
little
Yeah,
bit. So
those two are fine.
Yeah.
That's 66%. You see how it's divided into thirds?
And that's full, and that's something else.
No, it's Z and X, not X and C.
Oh, okay. That's all the way down, and that's all the way up, and we want to
go about half.
We want to go half.
So it's between those two middle lines equally.
Right there. Oops.
That's 66%. And you press the Windows key. She's pressing the Windows key. If the stream goes dead... Okay, if the stream goes dead, it's not my fault.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
so remember, you want to be at 90 on the 90 degree because you're heading east. That's
Right.
the same way the planet's rotating.
All right, so that's C. Okay.
Full thrust is fine. It's 1 point. Okay, so he says full thrust, but actually, I don't know how much fuel we have, so I'm gonna, as long as we can get off with less than full throttle, I think I want to save it so that we have enough fuel to get out. So let's go. He says that you see how look. So he says full thrust is fine.
Okay. 1.69.
Yeah.
Okay. He knows how to play this.
So do I promise.
He's a rocket scientist.
Yes. Okay. So let's go with 2/3 throttle.
Okay.
And when you're ready,
Okay, I'm ready.
are you sure? You don't look ready.
Wait, I'm thinking. Steve's ready.
Steve's
ready. He looks confident.
he's blissfully unaware.
All right, so here's left and right.
Remember, light the candle with spacebar when you're
I know.
ready.
Okay, here we go. We're
No, a WASD. That's how you control. And you see, that's your fuel right there. So get ready to ditch the boosters.
I thought this made it to go right. Okay.
That's no. I said it's WASD. You better
Okay,
get your fingers on there before
okay.
you do something.
Here we go. Wait, we want to go right.
Slowly. Yeah. So see that right there? That's your fuel. When that empties, the solid rocket boosters are done, and you want to ditch them.
Okay.
You ditch them by staging them, which is spacebar, the same button we light everything else.
All
So
right.
how high are you? Tell me how
I'm
high you
at,
are.
3,000 meters.
Okay, how fast are you going?
I'm going. Where's the
Your surface velocity.
surface? It's 270.
So that's in meters per second. We're about to hit Mach 1. If you see up in the top right, our Mach number, we just passed Mach 1.
Okay, so we want to keep turning right.
Okay, good, yeah. I would
going.
turn a little more aggressively.
Okay.
As soon as your boosters are gone, full throttle, and dump them with spacebar.
All right.
So get ready for this.
Okay, wait.
Get
Full
ready.
Throttle, full throttle.
Space.
Space.
Space. Now, full throttle. Okay, good.
Full throttle?
No, you're not full throttle. Here.
Wait, there's full
I
throttle.
got it for you.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
tip more aggressively.
Okay,
You're
wait,
going up too high.
All right. Tip.
Oh, crap. Is this actually going to work?
Come on, come on. No, come on.
No, you're good. Tip more
Okay,
aggressively.
I'm
A little bit
trying,
more
I'm trying,
aggressively.
but it's like bobbing.
Okay, I suppose I probably should have
on.
told you. Okay, your Apple
What?
apps and your Peri apps. Those are the two highest and lowest points on your orbit, respectively, okay?
All right.
Once you get your Apple
Highest
apps
and lowest.
above 70,000,
Okay.
then we're going to want to cut
Hey,
the
that's
engines.
good.
No, keep tilting
Keep tilting. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good angle of attack right there. So watch your Apple apps height.
So how do you know what this angle is? Is there a measurement?
Yeah, see, it's right here. You're at.
Okay, 90 degrees.
No,
Wait,
you're at
no.
30 degrees. Sorry. I'm using a big old 4K TV, and I have everything windowed since I don't have a multiple monitor display. And we have
Oh,
it
there's
running
30, I
windowed
see
at
it.
1980. That's why we need to lean forward so
So
much.
now it's about 25.
You can hold down F to temporarily disable. I think she needs SAS as much as possible. So look at our Apple apps.
Okay.
Once that gets to 70,000 meters,
70,000.
that is within orbit range. Once we get to that, we're going to slowly reduce the throttle.
Okay.
So watch
Alright.
it.
So once it gets 70.
No, this is reduce the throttle. Control is reduce it slowly.
Yeah, but here.
As soon as we get to 70, start reducing it. Okay,
Okay.
reduce it slowly. Control. Keep going. Reduce it. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, you're out of fuel. Perfect. Cut the throttle entirely.
Spacebar.
No,
wait.
no,
wait,
please.
that's.
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, how do I cut the throttle?
What are your throttle controls?
So.
She's freezing up.
Wait.
Panic! Panic!
Wait. Okay. Wait.
Cut your throttle.
I don't remember.
Okay, Control and Shift are your fine,
Oh yeah.
and
okay.
X and Z are your.
So we're gonna just go like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Whew.
look, we ran out of fuel in that stage, but we're not in orbit yet.
So we need to
Now you want to decouple it. So,
spacebar.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Ooh, look at
nice.
go.
Now-
Yay.
now we wanna
need
light-
throttle, don't we?
No. We need to
No?
light the engine. It's not activated. If you look down here, you can see that it doesn't show that it's activated. You can do two things.
How do you know? Where does it show?
It doesn't show.
Okay,
See, that's your
got it,
engine.
okay. So we're drifting. We
Yeah.
gotta stop drifting.
You can either press spacebar
Spacebar.
or you can right-click on the engine. I suggest spacebar.
Okay, spacebar.
Now it's activated. What you need to do...
The light came on.
Yeah, that means that it's full. So your Apple apps, the highest point in your trajectory, I'm going to switch to the map view. Zoom in with your right mouse, the roller bar, sorry,
Okay.
the roller ball. Zoom in. That now spin around with right click, just like in the hangar, other way. That is your trajectory. You see that? That is the
yeah.
path you're on.
Oh, so that's where we want to go.
No, that's where you're going to
That's
go.
the path that we are going.
Which, if you look at it, you're going right back into the ocean.
Oh,
so when we
need
get
to
there,
fix that.
we need to burn prograde, which means we need to burn in the direction we're going.
We're going pretty fast there.
So see that yellow bar?
Yes.
You're going to get to orbit in second launch. I know. Hurry and do it. So
What? What?
I can't.
Fix it.
Okay, we'll pause. I'm going to pause it. This isn't cheating, is it?
Man,
It's not cheating.
This is stressful.
Look, see, we're going to get to orbit in second launch. Yeah, we are. Well, okay, second and a half launch,
all
right?
right.
It's second and a half.
All right.
So it's paused right now.
You're telling me to do it, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, so do you remember your WASD keys? Those are don't touch them right now because it's paused.
Okay.
Those are what control it. Remember how you went left and right to angle your launch? Okay, let me explain something. Your apoapse and periapse. Those mean basically your highest point
Yeah.
and your lowest point in your orbit. So
Okay.
we're getting our orbital Poochie back. So let's say Poochie is the planet, right?
Right.
And let's say we took off from right here
Right.
and we went up. The highest point you reached is your apoapse.
Okay.
The periapse is the lowest. Ideally, your periapse, if you want to be in orbit, needs to be above 70,000.
Okay. Or else you're just going to go right back into the planet.
You saw that blue arrow?
Yeah, it was
That's
going right back.
the big drink.
So periapse has to be.
Yep, see,
We're at-
ap highest, P is lowest,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Your periapse is negative 433,000 meters, which means
Okay.
you're going into the ground. To extend your periapse, you don't need to understand this all. It's just you're not going to fully grasp all this, I'm sure, in one explanation. But
Right.
to increase your periapse in an orbit, you burn prograde at your apoapse. So if you want to... Okay, so let's say your highest...
Can I tell you about cardiac output?
She's a nurse, if that...
Huh?
She's not just
Let me-
randomly
let me tell
talking
you
about
about
health, if
cardiac
that matters.
I'll
So,
tell you about that.
okay, they don't want to hear. Nobody wants to hear health stories.
Okay.
It's really bad. You don't want to
Okay.
hear it. So really, if you're your highest point and you want to kick out your lowest point, so your lowest point is under Poochie right now.
Uh-huh.
Your Poochie's tummy is your periapse. If
Okay.
you want to kick that out,
Right.
you burn the direction you were going
Yes.
at your highest point.
At your highest point.
That yellow circle, do you see on your nav ball
Right
there?
here. Yes.
That is your prograde marker, which means that is the direction you are traveling.
Okay.
You want to burn prograde, which means you want
Grade.
to point
Your
directly
your
in.
highest point
Yeah,
at
directly in.
apoapse.
You want to have your nav ball pointing directly at that, and you want to then burn when you're at your apoapse or near about. You're only 19 seconds from it, right?
Ooh.
So you need to, as soon as I unpause this, and then if you want to increase your apoapse, then you would get on the other side and you would burn there. So,
Oh.
yes, it's a lot to take in, but the gist of it is, as soon as we unpause, point your ship into that yellow ball and go full throttle.
All right. Full
That's
throttle.
all that
Let's see.
talking I did.
Okay.
Full throttle is Z.
Is Z.
And D will aim you right, but you
Yes.
want to aim. And yes, I do know that there is the way to automate on the SAS. You can aim prograde, but I want her to try and do it on her own. That's the whole point.
Okay.
So yeah, I do know that there is the autopilot.
Okay. So,
So-
as soon as we go, I got to turn it so that this is lined up with that.
Yeah, you want to get that's the direction your nose is pointing. That's the direction your ship
Oh,
is traveling.
so the nose has to point to
yeah,
the
just
nose.
like you
Got
as
it.
you were tipping it.
Got it.
uh,
And then as soon as it hits that, I full throttle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, keep your fingers up here on the WASD. Remember how you're
Yeah,
using
but-
it.
But
Well, I mean, you need to control first and then hit it, so you don't need to put your fingers on it.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
All right. Let's
Okay.
give it a shot.
let's give it a go.
All right. Here we go. You need to.
It's not, yeah. So now aim up just a little bit. No, right. Up, remember the D
Oops.
key. You can do it. You can do it. No, you're going left and right.
Wait. So. Whoops. Wait.
Hurry.
I'm
You've
try-
got
I'm
to,
try-
you're going to,
Okay.
okay. Just full throttle it.
Full
You're
throttle.
close enough.
Wait. Z. Okay.
Now, keep it here. Keep it prograde.
Oh, there we go.
So
okay.
watch your periapse.
Oh, okay. So that had to be right in that.
That's what I just said.
I didn't.
Did I not say
I
that?
didn't realize that. No. Okay.
Okay, so watch your periapse. That is your lowest point.
Okay.
What needs to happen is that needs to get above 70,000 meters.
Okay.
Okay? No, don't touch any.
Well, I was,
oh,
just
okay,
gonna, I was
yeah,
gonna put it back in the.
yeah. Okay, so watch that. If it gets above 70,000 meters,
Yes.
that means you're in a stable orbit.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, wait. I'm gonna keep it in the little ball.
Yeah, I don't think we went too far past our apoapse to make this work. I'm pretty sure we had enough leeway. We were only like 2 seconds past it when we
alright.
started our burn.
Okay. Keeping that little ball thing.
And orbital velocity around Kerbin is about 2,300 meters per second.
Is it?
You just did it. You just... Oh, see
Oh,
that?
Wait. What's that mean?
So, wait, cut your throttle once it's... Okay, cut your throttle. Cut your
Okay,
throttle.
wait,
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
wait.
Cut it. Cut it. X. X. X.
X. Whew.
Okay, press M to go to your map.
M?
M.
Okay.
Now zoom out. The fusion drive mod and use the strongest one to take off. I haven't actually used the fusion drives. Use the zoom out. Yeah, the rollerball. Trying to launch a relay. Oh, yeah, I need to actually get a space station into orbit. Biggest mistake. Zoom out more.
Okay.
Look at that.
Did
you know
I
what that means? Yeah, here, let me adjust the view.
Wow.
Oh.
It's going back.
We're at 61,000. Does anyone think we're going to be dipping into the atmosphere? So we're not out of the woods yet.
What do we do?
Well,
we need to give it a thrust and turn it the
No. What we need to do is hope that we don't burn off too much speed.
Yeah.
Because once we get to this side, if we burn prograde like we did, it will kick this side out. You aren't in orbit. It's still, yeah. I thought it was, because I was checking our apoapse height, and that's what I was watching, and I figured we were good, but I didn't realize we had sunk. So we're not out of the woods yet.
Are we moving?
Yeah, we're moving. We're above orbital velocity. But we need to see if we're going to lose too much speed. Okay, here's what I don't know. If we burn a little bit now to keep our velocity up, will that mean that we I think that might actually mean that we'll make it through, but we don't have a lot of fuel. So should we do a little burn, or will we have enough velocity to skip through the atmosphere? I'm waiting to see what anyone thinks, because honestly, I don't know. This is really, really borderline. We should be okay.
Okay.
So, okay, while we're waiting to see if we die. Yeah, while we're waiting to see if we die, the idea is that, remember, we burned prograde, which is the direction we're traveling, at our highest point, and that kicked out our lowest point.
Right.
Now, as we go around to our what we kicked out, we would burn there in the same way to extend this part. So you basically, when you burn, you affect the opposite side of your orbit.
Okay.
So up here, we kick this out. Now when we come around here, we kick that out. And if we can do that, we'll be stable. Yeah, he says it's high enough that we should wait it out. So we are going to go back to your map view. I think we're just about to dip to our lowest. Yeah.
Okay, that is our lowest.
Yes. I don't think we should be getting any atmosphere re-entry effects. So you see our speed where it says orbit?
Yeah.
If that drops below about 2,300 meters per second, we've lost too much speed and we cannot...
It's dropping slowly.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We're about to hit our lowest point. Oh, actually, have we climbed? Yeah, I think we've started climbing.
Oh, we did? No.
Okay, so while we're doing this, I'm going to teach you how to do a maneuver node. Okay.
Wait, I still need to remember all these.
Okay, so don't touch the throttle, but feel free to spin your ship. Use the WASD keys to spin your ship, and just to see how it affects it. Like, hold it to actually get a big spin going.
Aren't I going to ruin what we're doing, though?
No, because it's not... Okay, if we look at our time here, it's going to be 19 minutes before we get to our apoapse. We're going to fast forward time, but we have 19 minutes to play with, so get used to spinning your ship really quick. Oh, I can't believe we actually went through that. So we're not technically in a low Kerbal orbit until we get above 70,000 for our periapse.
Okay. All right, we're not there.
No, I know. We haven't made a burn. We need a burn to do that. But I'm saying get used to maneuvering your ship really quick, and then we're going to fast forward time.
Okay. There's that. And
no, hold it. Don't keep tapping, because that's really, really clicky. Yeah, see? Whee!
Oh. Whoa.
How does Steve look?
Now Steve is really dizzy.
Steve's kind of stoic about the whole thing.
He is.
He's not quite sure.
I think he's in shock.
Yeah. Okay, but do you see how it works?
Yes.
So let me show you what some of the icons mean. You see that circle?
We got to get back in the circle, don't we?
No, because it's going to drift. No. Okay. So you see that circle, the yellow one? Mm-hmm. That's your prograde. Okay. Now spin around to 180. Keep going. You see how that one, it looks like a target with 3 triangles coming out of it? It's the same color, but it's 3 triangles, right? That's your retrograde. That means you're now facing the opposite direction you're traveling. So, oops, sorry.
Oops.
Look.
I went too far away. I want to look at the other one again.
Okay.
Okay.
If Poochie is our rocket, see our space Poochie?
Yes.
This is the capsule, right?
Okay.
We're going this way. That is pointing prograde. Yeah, we're going to set up the maneuver node as soon as I explain this. But yeah, that's a good idea. Otherwise, we're going to shoot past it. So this is prograde, right? Okay. This is where the capsule's looking.
Yeah.
This is pointing retrograde. You see, we're traveling that way, but we're aiming the opposite direction. So that's what that other one means, is that's traveling retrograde, that's traveling prograde. If you want to decrease your orbit, we're not going to do that right now.
Okay.
You burn prograde.
Okay.
So when you're burning this way, it's slowing your orbit down here, yeah.
Okay.
But what we want to do
Okay.
is set up in a maneuver node. That tells
Okay.
us how much we're going to have to burn and where we're going to have to face.
Oh, boy.
So press your map. It's not actually that complicated. So you see those two blue little tags?
Yes.
That blue circle is our orbit, which isn't really a full orbit.
Right.
Hover your mouse over those two little tags. What does that say? Read that to me.
61,500.
What does it say before that?
Kerbal per.
Periapse.
Yeah, periapse.
Okay, now go to the other one.
And this will be the
Apoapse.
apoapse.
Way out there. 331,000.
Yeah.
So we want to kick our periapse out, which means we need to burn an apoapse. So click on the tag, left click on that tag, and add a maneuver.
Okay.
You see how those icons look just like your nav ball?
Oh, yeah.
The prograde one, remember if we burn prograde, that kicks
one.
our the opposite side out. So pull that just a tiny bit.
Oh, okay.
Click on it and drag it down. Okay, let go. Now go over to the gold. You see that gold? That shows us what our new one will be after that burn. So how high does it say?
89.
Okay, we're going to play this safe and we're going to go to 100 because I don't know if you're going to get it exact. So pull it a little more. And there are better, more precise ways to check this, but this is your first time. Pull it a little more. We want to get at least above 100,000. Okay.
103.
Okay.
All right.
Now, perfect.
Okay, good.
Press M. You don't know what you did, but you're gung ho. Dadgum, I'm going to do a thing.
I'm doing
Okay.
it.
Do you see that new blue arrow on our nav ball?
Yes, I do.
Point at that.
Okay.
No, like your ship, I mean. You
What?
can right click on the tags to keep the numbers on screen. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Learning new. This is actually more helpful for me than it is for you. Aim your ship at it. We're going to make it super simple.
Where's my ship?
It doesn't matter. Look at the nav ball. Yeah, we're all learning. It's like, yeah, thanks. We're all learning something new. So don't use the mouse for this.
Okay.
Okay, faster. The blue arrow. See the blue arrow? That's your...
Oops.
Oh, you see what that blue arrow is? Not the light blue. I mean the dark blue.
Yeah.
Point at that. That's called your maneuver node. And what we just created is a burn that will give us a certain result that we wanted. We wanted to get to 100,000 meters for our periapse, right? Or 100 kilometers.
Right.
So see what it says. The node is going to come up in 14 minutes.
Oh.
We need to burn 31 meters per second. That's a very, very small amount. For this engine, remember we needed...
That's like a second.
Remember, had to get to 2,400 meters per second to get into orbit. So that's a really, really slow burn. Luckily, this engine is really, really, it's not weak. It's just, it's a very subtle engine. So once we get there to the maneuver node, you see the timer?
Yeah.
What you want to do is do the burn to get that number is going to decrease, and you want to stop it as close as possible to zero.
Okay.
Because that means it's going to do what you said you want to do. So what you did is created a guide.
Okay.
Right? Your node is a guide that says, I want X results. You want to follow that bar. You're going to see it will decrease as you're doing it. You want to stay as close to that guide you set as possible to get the results you wanted to achieve. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Okay, well, you'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
So I'm going to fast forward time.
Okay.
Quick save, because, disasters. So I'm going to quick fast forward. You see how our time's speeding up?
Yeah. For 12 minutes.
Yeah, nobody wants to sit there and just watch us chatter. That's we've got radio chatter. So see, look at the timer.
Okay.
I'm going to stop it at about a minute and a half.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do is as we approach, make sure you're pointed at it, right?
Which we are.
Okay. And as we get within like 5 seconds,
Yes.
5 to 7 seconds, start using your throttle, although don't full throttle. Do not full throttle. Shift.
Mm-hmm. Shift is full, control is...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So once we get close there...
So not full throttle?
I know. We don't need math degrees. We just need mods for that. Yep. Mods instead of math.
But isn't this full?
No, Z and X are full. Remember, these are your
that's
fine
right.
controls.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also suggest keeping 2 fingers on the A and D to adjust your left and right.
Okay.
So use 2 fingers on shift and control.
Okay.
The old claw. See, look, the claw.
Got it.
It's like the claw when I have to play Dark Souls when I'm rolling. I keep my finger in the hook. That's actually how I have to play Zelda too, because of where they put the sprint button.
Okay, so we're not gonna
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So we're gonna shift is full. I mean.
Yeah, I know. I think I've watched more Scott Manley than I have TV in the past year.
Okay. So when it gets to
about 7 to 5 seconds, start slowly burning, and you're going to see the meters per second number. That's how much velocity change you need. It's going to start going down, and once it gets low, slow your throttle.
Okay, start going now. 4. Yeah.
Yeah, go. Yeah, okay. So you see? Okay, good. Don't increase. Yeah, increase a little bit. No, increase. Now slow it. Slow it. You need to do a little more. 2 more meters per second. Yeah, keep it like that. Okay, stop. Stop. Cut it. Okay, now go back to your map view.
Okay.
Yeah, because I haven't actually played. There is that the weapons mod. What is it called? The yeah, yeah. There's a mod for weapons. You know which one I'm talking about. I haven't actually played that, but yeah, creating ICBMs. Okay, let's take a look at our map to see if we did it. Oh, we need to delete our maneuver node. I will delete that for you.
Okay.
Yeah, BD Armory. There we go, the armory. So we click on X because we finished that.
Okay.
And let's see. Now click on those two.
Okay, let's see. 105.
Uh-huh. And what's the other one?
That's good. 391.
Guess what that means?
Uh-oh.
What?
Wait, it said...
No, you're fine.
It said Steve isn't going to make it for a
Why,
second.
why did it say... There's no label that says Steve is not going to make it.
No, it did. There was another thing
No,
right there.
no, it didn't say Steve is not going to make it. There's no Steve is not going to make it.
See? See, you just saw it.
That's the name of the ship.
Oh.
Okay, you're allowed to celebrate. You just made it into orbit.
And Steve is going to make
Orbit.
it.
Yeah, Steve is gonna, that's the name of the ship.
Oh. I didn't know.
Steve isn't going to make... Well, actually, can I be the bearer of bad news here?
What? No.
Did anyone else see this coming? Before I show her, did anyone else see the problem
What?
here? I want to wait and see if anyone else saw the problem here.
I don't see a problem.
Well, yeah, you just thought you did. You make up your own problems. Did anyone see the problem before I tell her?
What?
But technically, we did achieve our goal of getting to orbit, so we're going to say this is exactly it. I do.
What?
Re-entry fuel? No, we've actually got plenty of re-entry fuel. Let me show you the little issue here. Parachute.
Oh.
There's a big gaping hole where a parachute should be. That, okay, are you guys ready for this?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if this is going to work or not. Are you ready to learn how to re-entry?
Holy
If
crap.
it's been about an hour and 20 minutes, we have at least 10 more minutes. Are you okay with trying this?
All right, let's do it.
We're going to try and re-enter, but I do have a trick up my sleeve for getting this to work, and you guys might say this is cheating, but I don't think it is.
I
So
think you should handle this because my big thing was to get into orbit.
no, because actually this is really, really simple.
Is it? Okay.
It's super, super simple.
Because it sounds hard, but...
We're going to go to your map view.
Okay.
And, okay, take your mouse. So I have a way that we can salvage this. Steve might not make it. Okay, click. You see that little arrow at the bottom of the screen? Click on it, and that will bring your nav ball up. This might actually work. Okay, so I want you to point retrograde. Do you remember which one retrograde is?
Wait.
One of the other ones.
Let's see. Let me go... I can't see
We're
it.
just going to try and land wherever. Don't tell her, because she is able to read the chat. Don't text or type it if you know, because I'm going to surprise her. And if you guys don't know...
Is this right here?
Yeah, that's retrograde.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just burn wherever. We're not going to try and land in a specific spot. That's way, let's
Yeah.
not worry about that.
Yeah.
Start burning and watch your periapse. Once it goes into the planet, stop burning. Slow. Yeah, so you see how it's dropping?
Oh, yeah.
Once that thing disappears, cut your engine. Cut it. Okay, now we are going to, you're on a re-entry course.
Okay.
We got in stable orbit. We didn't go around once, but that's okay. We still did it.
Okay.
So press M to go back to your craft view.
Okay.
We need to separate the stage for re-entry.
Oh.
How do we do that?
Well, we're going to do this.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, zoom in
Zoom in. Wait.
with the roller ball.
With the roller ball. Okay. Wait, wrong
That's
way.
out.
Wait, where did it go? There it is. Okay.
Now use the right mouse button to spin the view around so you can see the back. I just want to point out we remembered the heat shield, but not the parachute. She thought enough to get the heat shield, but not the parachute.
So we're going in butt first.
Okay, so what happens when you're going in the atmosphere is you don't actually need the stability assist. Like a dart, if you take stability assist off, it's going to orient itself the proper direction as it's falling. Okay. So press T to cut your stability assist.
And what's the benefit of that?
You don't need to use the computer, and it just writes itself. You don't need it. It's basically fire and forget.
Okay.
So I'm going to press F5 to F5 is to save. I just want to make sure because I really don't want to screw this up. I have my cheat sheet because, yes, I was a console player. Just to make sure. Quick save, yes, F5. Okay, so now we need to speed up, zoom out.
Okay, wait, other way.
That would be in.
Okay.
Right click to look at the planet.
Okay, right click.
So spin it around so we can see the planet. Keep going. I really hope this works.
Where's the planet?
Steve really hopes it's going to work too.
Is that the planet?
No, It's the big sphere, the big round bluey thing. Hey,
oh, there
we
is.
go.
Okay.
Okay, so do you see our altitude?
Yes.
That's what we're going to watch as we fall. So I'm going to just fast forward the time here as we get in.
Okay.
Since there's not much you need to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this majestic orbit. And yeah, I do have a few graphical mods, but not very many. I do have a few going. So once I get to 100,000. Okay, so now we're... Oh, that was a little fast. So now we're going to watch in real time. Zoom in a little bit for me. I'm gonna have you do this if we can actually do it. So don't touch your craft. You don't need to orient it. Okay. It's going to do it on its own. But I am going to have you try and salvage this.
But first.
Yeah, it will when it hits the densest part of the atmosphere. Look up at your atmosphere bar. That's basically a visual representation of the pressure.
We're still in.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let's see. Those keys are for time warp. I'm going to write that down too. Cheat sheet. Cool.
Oh, look at you got more stuff here.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Let's see. Period.
Uh-oh, it's bobbing.
Yeah. Don't scare me like that.
It's burning.
Cool, yeah, thank you. It's on the cheat sheet now.
It's burning. And it's bobbing. It's burning and bobbing.
Okay, so you're really going to have to be quick about this.
Quick about what?
What I'm about to tell you.
What?
Do a thing. Hurry.
What?
Do the thing.
What?
So go over to Steve's face.
Not Steve's face. He looks.
And you see where it says EVA? Yes. Yeah, we're coming this way. You're cooking, Steve. What? Yeah, I do have the mod that shows the relative heat, but you'll see up. No, I'm telling them. I have that mod. You'll see the heat shield mod up at the top where it shows the heat. That way I don't have to rely on the little bar. It's a lot nicer. When I tell you, click that EVA button.
Okay.
And then you're going to press space right after that.
All right.
Steve's okay. He likes it hot.
Whew. He's looking a little grim, though.
And it's going to be a water landing, but I guess water is a little softer than ground. Remember, we do not have a craft parachute. Let me just point that out. So what's our altitude?
How you forgot it? 20.
I didn't forget it. It's your ship.
Well,
don't blame me for your ship.
You forgot it.
So look at our speed. We're at Mach 5. See our speed slowing.
That's coming in pretty fast.
A little hot.
Pretty fast.
But we actually had a really shallow angle, so we're not going to have any problems with too many G's of deceleration. So not yet. We need to be under Mach 1 for this to work.
All right.
So what's our Mach?
3.
What's our Mach now?
2.8. 7.
Oh, man.
Under 1?
We need to be under. Then I'll tell you when to do it, okay?
All right. Hey, it's stopped burning.
We're still going.
Okay, 1 point.
So I'll tell you when to press EVA.
6, 5.
Not yet. Don't press it until I tell you.
All right, I'm just looking at EVA.
I'll tell you when to press EVA. We are just about to go under Mach 1. Okay, we are under Mach 1. This should be okay.
Okay.
We need to slow down. Oh man.
Okay. All right.
This is getting tense.
All right.
Let's see. Our time and. Yeah, we're coming in.
Okay. I can see the waves.
I want to be really, really safe on this.
I can see the waves.
Okay, try it. Press it. No. Just press EVA. Don't press space.
Well, you said when I
press
EVA.
space. Okay, right-click on Hurry. Right-click on Steve. Okay, do you see where it says fully deploy parachute?
Yeah.
Don't touch that.
So
don't touch it.
When you told me to push EVA and then immediately push the space bar.
Because you don't have the computer.
But
Here's what you did. You
me.
pressed so hard that you shoved the mouse, and then you mashed space at like a little bit early. No, you just didn't do it. Okay. Okay.
I was doing what you told me to do.
Yeah, a little exuberantly. It's a little too much pep.
No,
there is too much pep. Way too much pep.
You just didn't tell me.
No, there was too much pep. So we're over sea level, so our elevation is accurate. Sometimes when you're over the land, obviously you need to account for the land, but that's accurate. So
he's just out in
he's falling. Yeah, he's free falling.
Holy cows! How fast is he going?
56 meters per second. You see over on the surface speed.
Yeah. Oh.
So once we get to 500 meters, click that fully deploy parachute button.
And then do I do anything else?
No, you wait to see if he lives. Because according to you, he wasn't going to make it.
All right.
So we're coming in. Why don't you take your mouse off of that and sort of look down a little bit so our perspective. Remember, right click, hold right click. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Now get it back over fully deployed. Don't click it yet.
All right, I want to click it though.
Not yet.
I'm twitching.
Not yet.
I'm twitching.
Look, it even shows us skin and core temperature.
Wow.
Okay, we're about to go. Steve has a disco. Yeah, he's got LEDs. He's all. He's dancing. Okay, once we're under 500 meters, click that.
Tell me when.
No, look at. No, you need to do it. Look at the elevation.
All right. Okay, under 500. I'm now.
No, you didn't click it. Click it.
I did.
There you go. Did it work? Wait.
Wait. Come on.
Still seems like we're going a little
Steve.
quick.
Come on, Steve.
We're not done until we're done. So I think we're okay. I'm going to try time warping.
Maybe if he opens his mouth real wide and catches the wind, it'll slow him. Oh, there's the water.
Wait for it.
Wait. Oh.
Okay, so now it's real time.
Okay.
Real time, yeah.
Okay.
We were, 100 miles an hour, whatever.
Oh.
Wait for it.
There's no. Oh. Did he
Okay,
make it?
yeah, take your mouse.
Okay.
Wait, why is he bobbing? That's really violent.
Oh, no.
He's got a face burner.
No, get him out.
I think can he swim?
I know CPR.
He can swim. Oh, he's good. He's just going to take a swim. Wait.
Okay.
Go up to your where your elevation is. Click recover vessel. And
Did we do it? Wait.
Wait for it.
Wait.
Did we kill it? Don't tell me this killed it.
It's loading. What
Wait.
the heck?
Click done.
Wait.
Steve Kerman, ready for next?
Wait.
We did it!
Ah!
You sent somebody without a parachute into orbit. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And look at that, exactly an hour and a half. Like exactly an hour and a half.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and pat yourself on the back.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm not going to clap near the mic. I don't want to blow everyone's eardrums out. That was so awesome.
Okay, now I'm going to play Battlefield.
Oh, Battlefield. Yeah, she's on the Battlefield too.
I'm going to play Battlefield.
Cool. Well, I think we should do this again.
Not right now.
No, more advanced missions. Maybe next Saturday or something. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting, and thanks for the help because, like I said, I played this on the PS4 more than anything else I played last year. But switching to the PC has actually been really, really hard as far as learning the controls. Modded parachutes for landing. Didn't know they survived. And wasn't there actually a glitch where if you land them on their head, they bounce? Or was that patched out? That might have been patched out. But yeah, I appreciate your help letting us know. I stream City Skylines. In case you haven't seen my page, City Skylines every Tuesday. I'm actually building the main city from my book. You can find the information on my page. I'm actually trying to recreate a 1-to-1 scale of the city that my book takes place in City Skylines. So every Tuesday night I'm doing that. But I also do things like this, and probably next... Oh, wait, you work next Saturday. Mm-hmm. But look, I have on my website, dispariabooks.com, and on my Twitch page, I'll have a calendar where I'll put things like this. Like I said, I did just get Kerbal, so I am going to be playing a lot more of it. And I will put up on my calendar, if you guys ever want to join me again, I'll be playing on my own more advanced missions, but I do want to get her back. So...
Go to Amazon and buy his book.
Okay, shameless plug. I didn't know. She's not with me. But I do appreciate your help, and I will be streaming Kerbal in City Skylines. City Skylines are Tuesday nights around 6 Mountain Time. And like I said, with Kerbal, I'm going to post stuff beforehand randomly when I do that on my calendar. It's just linked on my website and the Twitch page, so look for that. But those are pretty much going to be the 2 games I'm playing. So if you guys are interested, I'd love to have you back. I really appreciate it. So
thank you.
Yeah, you guys have a good weekend, and we did it.
Yay!
You're not inept at that, at least. There are other things. So yeah, I appreciate it, you guys. Peace out, and I will see you hopefully next time. So thanks a lot, you guys. Have a good weekend. That is